It all started with a damn bird bath. I'd been living in this cookie-cutter subdivision in suburban Ohio for barely 6 months when the HOA decided to make my life hell. My name's Jake, 34. Just a guy trying to keep my yard looking decent while working from home as a graphic designer. The bird bath was a cheap little thing from Home Depot. Nothing fancy. Just a shallow basin on a pedestal where sparrows and robins could splash around. I thought it was cute. Gave the backyard some charm. Apparently, the HOA thought it was a war crime. One sunny Tuesday, I found a neon yellow notice taped to my front door. Unauthorized yard fixture. Remove within 48 hours or face fines. Signed by none other than Karen Mitchell, the HOA president who patrolled our cul-de-sac like she was the sheriff of Stepford. I swear, this woman had a sixth sense for anything that didn't scream beige conformity. I ignored the notice at first, figuring it was a mistake. Big mistake. By Thursday, Karen was at my door, clipboard in hand, her perm practically vibrating with righteous fury. Jake, that bird bath violates Section 3.2 of the covenants. It's an eyesore, she snapped, like I'd installed a neon stripper pole. I tried reasoning with her big mistake number 2. It's just a bird bath. Karen, the birds love it. Her eyes narrowed. Rules are rules. Jake, you're new here, so I'll give you till Sunday. Don't test me. She stormed off, leaving me dumbfounded. An eyesore. My little bird bath. Meanwhile, her yard had a plastic flamingo that looked like it was plotting to escape. That's when the pettiness kicked in. I'm not proud of it, but something about Karen's smug tone lit a fuse. If she wanted to play yard police, I'd give her something to really cry about. I spent that evening Googling HOA rules, looking for loopholes. Turns out, the covenants were weirdly specific about water features. Bird baths were a gray area, but decorative fountains were allowed as long as they were under 6 feet tall and tasteful. Tasteful. Huh. Challenge accepted. I drove to the hardware store the next day and loaded up on supplies concrete mix, PVC pipes, a pump, and a few water lilies for extra flair. My buddy Mike, who's handy with tools, came over to help. We spent all weekend building a 3-tiered fountain in my backyard, right where the bird bath used to be. It was a beast 5 feet tall, water cascading down like a mini Niagara Falls. Lilies floating in the bottom basin like some fancy-ass koi pond. It was over the top, gaudy, and 100% within the rules. I even checked the height with a tape measure to be sure. Karen was going to lose her mind. Monday morning, I'm sipping coffee on my patio, waiting for the show. Sure enough, Karen's out on her daily patrol, clipboard in tow. She stops dead in her tracks when she sees my fountain. I swear I could hear her brain short-circuit from across the yard. She marches over, face redder than her flamingo. "What is this?" she screeches, pointing at my masterpiece. I lean back in my chair. All casual. It's a decorative fountain. Karen, fully compliant with Section 3.2. You like it. She's stuttering now, flipping through her precious rulebook. This is unacceptable. It's garish, it's tasteful. I offer, smirking. She storms off, muttering about emergency meetings. I knew she'd be back, and I was ready. Over the next week, the HOA sent me 3 more notices, each one more unhinged than the last. They claimed the fountain was disruptive to the neighborhood aesthetic and a noise nuisance. Noise. It was quieter than Karen's yappy chihuahua. I ignored them all, knowing they had no leg to stand on. But Karen wasn't done. She escalated things in a way I didn't see coming. Friday night, I come home from grabbing pizza and see it a plywood sign staked in my front yard. Spray painted in screaming red letters, "Illegal fountain, tear it down." I almost choked on my pepperoni. This was next level Karen. I could have called the cops for vandalism. But where's the fun in that? Instead, I decided to double down. I spent all Saturday upgrading the fountain. I added solar-powered LED lights that changed colors at night. Red, blue, purple, the works. I even threw in a little speaker playing ambient waterfall sounds on a loop. It was glorious, like something you'd see at a Vegas hotel. By Sunday, the neighborhood was buzzing. Kids were sneaking over to gawk at the lights, and I caught a few neighbors snapping pics. Karen, though she was apoplectic, she called an emergency HOA meeting and dragged me in front of the board like I was on trial. I brought my copy of the covenants, highlighted and tabbed. When they tried to argue the fountain was excessive, I read section 3.2 word for word, smiling like a lawyer on a winning streak. The board caved. Karen's face was priceless. She looked like she'd swallowed a lemon. The fallout was sweet. Karen's reign of terror started to crumble. Neighbors who'd been cowed by her for years began pushing back. One guy put up a giant inflatable Santa in July, citing seasonal decor loopholes. Another painted their mailbox bright orange. My fountain became the neighborhood's petty rebellion mascot. Karen stopped patrolling as much, probably because she knew she'd lost this round. My backyard's still the talk of the cul-de-sac, and I'm not mad about it. Every time I see those lilies bobbing in the water, I think, take that. Karen, rules are rules. Right. So, what do you think? Did I go too far? Or was this the perfect middle finger to HOA tyranny? Share your take, because I'm dying to know. The end.